Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Family Chit Chat. I am Tom Pounder, and today we're going to do things a little bit differently. Every now and then I like to shake things up a little bit and do things a little bit differently, and today is that day. Okay, I'm going to actually read you the story, and then I'm going to give you the option. There'll be 3 options every time to guess what happens next. Guess what you think will happen next, okay? And you can discuss with your friends and family, and you'll get to see if you're right or not. Okay, are you ready to begin? Okay, great. One last thing though. I have to tell you a little background before we start the story. And the background is this. For a really, really long time, the Israelite people were slaves to the Egyptian people. They would do hard labor. They would not have good conditions to live in or to sleep in. And things were just really bad. But God had freed them. He sent Moses and Aaron to go free them from the Egyptian people. And now they were free. Okay? So this is where we pick up the story. This is where we get to play the game. Okay? Moses then would every now and then go and, talk to God up on the mountain. And so he went up high on the mountain to hear some really important things from God. And one of the things that he heard from God was this thing called the 10 Commandments. Have you ever heard of that before? I bet you have. Hey, review it with your friends and your family. It's found in Exodus 20. But after Moses got to the top of the mountain, can you guess what happens next? Here are your options. A. Moses ran back down the mountain, setting a new Genesis world record. B. Moses stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. Or C. Moses pitched the tent and never came back down. Hey, pause the video right now and share what do you think happened next. If you guess B, that Moses stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, then you're correct. Great job, everyone. Hey, if you did not get it right, don't worry. We have many other options. Okay, so let's pick up the story. While Moses was up on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, which is a really long time, okay? If he was up there, the Israelites down below, they were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And they're like, whoa, is Moses ever going to come down again? I don't know. So what do you think happens next? A, they demanded Aaron make them a god to lead. B, they played rock, paper, scissors to see who should go find Moses. Or C, they fell on the ground and pitched a choreographed temper tantrum. Hey, take a minute and guess, what do you think happens next? If you guessed A, then you're correct. The Israelites were so frustrated that they haven't seen Moses in forever. They wanted a God that they could see. So they demanded from Aaron to make them a God. And so Aaron decided to collect all the gold that the Israelites had, and he formed this gold-shaped calf. Okay, so after they made this calf, this gold god of theirs that they made, what do you think happens next? Did they A, sleep the next day and rest easy knowing God had a plan? B, they woke up early the next day and worshiped the golden calf. Or C, they made an entire set of farm animals out of gold. Hey, pause the video for a second and talk with your friends and your family of what you think happened next. Sadly, if you guessed B, that they woke up early the next day and started worshiping the calf, then you guessed right. It's very unfortunate because God had done so much stuff for the Israelites. The Israelites quickly forgot all the great things God had done, and they started worshiping this calf that they made out of their own gold. It was so sad. Well, while Moses was up on the mountain, God had seen this, and he told Moses, go down there quickly. And so as Moses was getting closer and closer, he could hear the noise, he could hear people worshiping this calf, and he got angrier and angrier. So guess, last time guys, guess, what do you think happened next? Did Moses A, throw down the tablets with the 10 Commandments and broke them? B, burn the golden calf, ground it into powder, sprinkle it in the water, and made the people drink it? Or C, all the above? Take a minute and talk it over with your friends and family and see if you can guess what happened next. If you guess C, all the above, then you're correct. All these things happen. And again, this is just another illustration of how unfortunate this is, because God had done so much for the Israelites to free them and to bring them out of slavery. And then for Israelites to forget what is true, forget who God really is. And it really brings up our bottom line of when you think you can't wait, think about what is true. The Israelites forgot who God was, forgot the truth. And it reminds us, again, when you think you can't wait in life, think about what is true. The sad thing is that the Israelites forgot that God is truth, that God has provided for them all along the way. So I want to encourage us today really to think twice and to really think about the truth whenever we're impatient. Okay, to realize that God does have our back, that God does want to provide for us and protect us. It kind of leads us into our memory verse for the month. It says this: wait for the Lord, be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord. There's so much value in being patient and waiting for God to act, when sometimes we get ourselves in our own trouble when we're impatient. So I want to encourage you that whenever you want to be impatient this week, think about what is true. Think about God and wait for Him, and He'll respond. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for playing this game. I hope you enjoyed it with your friends and your family, and I'll see you next week.